It's another Chinese brand name that sounds like Klingons made it up, with a price that's designed to be a feature of the watch. The catch here is that the actual feature that makes it distinct may actually prevent it from doing the job that it's supposed to do in the first place. This is the Phorcydes PH-4A, and if it looks familiar, you're not wrong. It sits right in the danger zone where microbrands live. Be unique enough to stand out, but not so unique that nobody buys it. And here, they played it really safe. It's a classical Skindiver case, slim profile with vintage proportions. A lot of you pointed out that it looks like a Wolbrook Skindiver. Yes, you're banned from the channel for lecturing the host, and yes, you're right. It's very close to a Wolbrook. Wolbrook, by the way, isn't just another microbrand. They've got actual history. It's rooted in the 1960s. They have real designs and they're now reissuing them in the modern era. My thoughts were that this looks like a SeaQ from Glashütte, which I managed to have a hands-on back in the time. It's probably more than 10 times the watch, but over 80 times the price. On the wrist, this is where it makes sense. The size is just right, the proportions feel vintage without being awkward. It wears light, easy, even in this Artem Premium NATO strap. With all of that lightness, the PH-4A can carry a heftier, more durable strap like this Artem Hydroplex band. The light beige color of this band also matches the beige tone of the Lume blocks on the dial. It's like a date between vintage and summer colors. The texture also helps a bit when it comes to giving the watch some visual interest, something that it sorta lacks because it barely has any polished accents. And this is where the Beads of Bryce bracelet comes in. It's got that overwhelming visual complexity that somewhat clashes with the bare case. But hey, it's a showcase on its own, and it's definitely the pop star waiting beside the diver. This one has a bit more space between the links, so there's virtually no hair pulling. Not that I know what it feels like for arm hair to be pulled, not with these porcelain smooth wrists. But yet, I can spend a little bit more time with this bracelet as I think this is one of the better accessories that Phorcydes has to offer. Beads of Bryce bracelets are like the rich uncle's personal assistant to the Jubilee bracelet. They kinda look the part, but you know they have a mortgage to pay. Like the Wolbrook, this is not your usual Beads of Bryce. It's got more angular center beads, makes it a little bit sharper on the looks. The links are highly articulated and it's got a micro adjust like what you'd expect. Removing the links is also very easy, no drama here, no weird system. This is one of the better executed parts of the watch. You will need some nimble fingers and non-midlife crisis eyes to size these links up. But nothing too challenging, especially for the casual watch enthusiast who wants to spare himself the watchmaker fees. And now the dial. The first thing to notice here is the double-domed sapphire crystal, which has this very beautiful distortion around the edge. It's my cowbell, really. I have a fever and the cure is more distortion. It's the perfect cover for the vintage appeal of the dial with its very familiar even numeral configuration. It's designed following function. The goal here is to have large, important numbers for easy orientation on the field. So the design followed through to reduce the odd numbers into mere batons. Some guy came up with this design decades ago that even Wolbrook and other brands uses this down to this day. So no credit for that on the PH-4A. Phorcydes, however, went the extra mile by raising them all up into these Lume block application. They even gave you the choice of different colors, and I went with this vintage beige because I'm proud to be ancient and it should match my pride. In the dark, these Lume blocks glow pretty well and strong because light is being absorbed not just on top but also from the sides. It's a visual treat that you can now enjoy at a fraction of most of your money. Around the bezel though, we see what's familiar with the deeply ingrained markers that are now filled with superluminova. It's a great cost-effective complement that also delivers some texture. Yes, watch buyers, I can confirm it's fun to play with beside a well-lit window. And that is Phorcydes' strongest suit. It's fun, it's familiar, it's family-friendly pricing. It's all the apps that you could ever care about. At least until you look again for the 15th time. You see, these loom blocks are great. Its one big flaw though is that it doesn't last very long. I know this firsthand when I was testing our own watches. Unlike the Swiss, the Chinese formed these loom blocks by blending in superluminova and an adhesive substance. That's what makes it hold its shape. But since it's not pure superluminova, it doesn't hold that loom as long. And that creates a weird contradiction. You design the dial around visibility and function, and then compromise it with the one feature that makes it visible in the dark. So what's the point? It takes you to your happy place only to find out that the climax lasts only a few minutes. That also sounds familiar. Realistically, though, there's probably more cowboy ninja Vikings out there than actual people who would use this watch for a 5-hour operation. The rest of us, sane people, will actually more likely buy this watch because it looks cool and it costs just about 10 Happy Meals. Yes, the big selling point of this watch are those large loom blocks, the very same loom blocks that loses its breath faster than LeBron James on defense. If you can look past that loom potency, then that $150 is going to a great, well-proportioned watch. If you still prefer just the looks but a bit more craft and history behind it, then just get a Wolbrook. It's the better option even if it's more than twice the price. So in the end, your loss is my gain. Now I know that Wolbrook exists because Phorcydes dared to make an alternative to it.